Do you see the person in the white sweater climbing up the ladder? It was him and maybe his spouse or his friend just coming to the first ladder at the bottom of the canyon, exactly the moment upon my arrival back on the bottom of the canyon, and they kind of were discouraged just looking at the sheer heights from the distance. And so I sensed that. So they were asking me, like a little down emotionally, so to speak, energy wise, oh, is it worth it? And I kind of jokingly replied, it's not impossible. And then especially he burst out in laughter and said, oh, I like that. So that gave him a burst of energy, and now he's climbing up the ladder. I like that. He has an experience he can talk about for a while. And maybe she's going up there too. And who am I to decide if it is worth it or not? Who are they to decide if it is worth it or not? Just the climb is worth it, right? Just for the climb's sake. To go beyond one's medical conditions and to go beyond one's fear. We have to cross the river again, the stream. Becoming our own stream of constant unfolding magic, meandering into itself, right? This hike, this walk, this excursion has already become much more than I could have expected in quite a few different ways. Well, we're out and about more than 3 hours now, which I didn't anticipate it would be such a long walk. Didn't bring any food, but we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna go back to the truck, go up to the camping ground, drive up to the campground, find a nice spot, take advantage of still having an hour or so of daylight left, and cook ourselves a fine meal. So what's for dinner? Since we skipped lunch, right? Well, we got some pizza. I love pizza. We got anchovies and sardines we can put on the pizza. And we have some buffalo meat left. We can have all of it. Since we didn't have lunch, we can eat for a bunch, right? And we got a bit of red wine too. I think we got Chianti, Italian Chianti. That would go well with the pizza. And we got an Argentinian Malbec and some California wine, California table wine. Hey, I think we're gonna be set for today. We're gonna be okay for today. What do you think? noteworthy. I was actually quite surprised how hot it gets up there. Just sitting there in the sun, and it was heating up. I think if I would have sat there and taken off my shirt or some of my clothes, I would have gotten sunburned within the next 20-30 minutes. Interesting, isn't it? No wind up there, very quiet, peaceful, tranquility existing here and now. It's good to do things at perfect timing, being at the right time, at the right place. And what I feel after being here a little bit exposed to some of the leftovers, so to speak, some of the fragments of the lives of those ancient ones, there are much more secrets here than we think. Or there are many, many more secrets here than scientists think. Ready to be uncovered? Ready to be discovered? Not sure about that. Maybe they're just here to remain quietly hidden away deep inside those mountains, deep down in the earth. Maybe there are big caves down there, caverns, crystal caverns. Maybe people still live down there, who knows? There's so much more out there in these rock walls, in places where no pathways are leading people to, in places where no one moved the stone, a rock so to speak, for thousands of years or tens of thousands of years or hundreds of thousands of years. So you see, lives without technology are possible, maybe even better, who knows? So tell me, do you remember anything of any of your past lives? You don't even believe there were past lives? Yeah, that's okay. It's perfectly okay. And also, if you don't believe, you might have had past lives. And you might have future lives. As much as, even if you don't believe that this stream, this water is running downhill, it runs downhill. That's just what it does. And as we cross this little bridge into an uncertain future, like any future is always uncertain, we remain in the present, focused in this divine time-space reality we've been put into, seemingly having no choice right now of switching into another time-space reality. Would that be possible? Yeah. Beam me up, Scotty, right? So, for the lack of a better alternative, or for the lack of having an alternative at all, or for the lack of not being able to think of any alternative, or feel any alternative, we follow the path that is laid out in front of us in this lifetime. And what I start to understand, what I understood, what was there for me to be understood in all this madness and debris, of washed down human ideas, wrongfully concocted ideas, that I'm here to raise the frequency, to raise the vibration of anyone who comes in touch with me, in contact. Like you. Hey Joe takes your places, eh?